Welcome, explorers, to Exploration Place, where you will be today riveted. We are here in our creator space, and we're learning all there is to learn about riveting, because here in Wichita, it is very important to all of our economy when it comes to airlines. So I have my lovely assistant here, Miss Ivy, and my name is Miss Jessica, and we are going to start with the very first step of drilling our holes. Are you ready, Miss Ivy?
Yes, I am.
All right. So the first step before we can rivet our piece of aluminum is we have to, of course, put a hole into it. So Miss Ivy, what I'd like you to do is hold your riveting gun or your riveting drill right up to that piece of aluminum and drill a hole straight through it. Very nice. Pull it out back out again. Excellent. So now you can see that we have our first hole drilled. However, once you drill a bunch of holes, it can sometimes be a challenge to keep them all in line. So what you can do at home to practice this skill is if you take a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen, try to draw circles across your piece of paper as if you were riveting holes into your metal. Once you've drawn out all of your dots, place your ruler up against it and see how straight you've made it. Mine seem to disappear sometimes, which might happen to you too. And it happens to most people that are working in the industry of airliners. So what they do is they actually use a very special tool to keep their metal aligned called a clinko. This special device is designed to be able to place a pin into your metal just like this, which then doesn't fall out. It stays in place, holding your spot so that you can continue drilling a straight and perfect line. Now we should see what the next step is once we've got our hole drilled. So now that we've gotten our hole drilled into our aluminum and we've lined it all up so that there's not any sort of displacement between the actual pieces of metal, we then have to look into the different roles of each person on the airline. So I have a picture here that shows the two roles. One person is the riveter, the second is the bucker. Now the riveter is the one who's going to be wielding the riveting gun. The second person, the bucker, is going to hold what is called a bucking bar, which has different shapes. Some look like this one, which fits my hand pretty nicely. Others can be a little bit longer, like this one here. And these help to squish the back end of our rivet and make that tight seal. So now it's time to rivet. What we're going to do is place our little rivet, which you might be able to see here. It has one flat end and the other just kind of looks like a prong. So we're going to place that through our hole. Miss Ivy is going to be using the rivet and I'm going to be using the bucking bar. So I place the bucking bar on the back side of the rivet. At the same time that she places the rivet gun against it, pull the trigger once for me. Thank you. Pull it 2 more times. Good job. All right. Let's take a look and see how our rivet did. Oh, can you see how it flattened out a little bit on the edge? Now, we're not experts at this, but you can see it doesn't fall out of our metal. To take a look at some that have actually been done professionally, we're going to look at another item. So this is a piece out of an actual real airplane. It's part of the tailpiece, and I want you to take a look at the rivets that are on it. The first rivet is that top part right up here, which is the head. That's what stuck through that hole that we just did. The back part is actually going to be right down here, and it looks like a flattened out pancake. So these two pieces help to hold the metals together, and that's what makes it safe for us to fly in the air. I want you to take a look around your house, see if you can find any rivets that might be somewhere there. Thanks again for seeing us here at Exploration Place, and we'll see you next time for our next science lesson.